you already know that all we do here is tackle the headlines. I mean, we run through the headlines, first of all, that caught our eye, and then we tackle the headlines that we really, really, really want to delve into. And when I saw the headlines this morning, I say, oh, plenty things that happen. I mean, when is something not happening in this Nigeria that we're in? But yeah, we are going to do that shortly. As always, you know that we never do this alone. We do this with you, our newspaper review, our daily news review family. We do this with you. We love the comments. We love the contributions. I mean, variety is the spice of life. So why not, if we get all of these varied opinions and thoughts, is what really, really makes the Daily News Review program interesting. So you already know what to do. When the phone lines are open, you can call in, you can text as well to send in your comments, send in your thoughts, and just pray for Nigeria if that's what it is that you want to do this morning, because Nigeria matter. Yeah, that's it for this morning as well. Also, we are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website www.wfm917.com to listen to us, to talk to us, to whatever you want to see our faces. You can do that as well. Okay, let's get into it. For our headlines this morning, Tinubu picks DSO for pre-2027 security boosts DIGs to retire. You see, when I saw this headline, I took my time to read it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. What do you mean? I have this theory that whenever people go into Aso Rock to see the president behind closed doors, is one of two things. Anyway, you never return. You know how in church, if you're a Christian, they say when they're praying, you will never return the same way you came. That's basically what happens when you go to Aso Rock. You go one way, you come out another way. That's what happens when you go to Aso Rock. And so the former IGP Atiku had gone into the presidency to see the president. So for backstory, he's way past the retirement age, 60, but because of the Police Act, he's still, he was still in the, it was still in active service, and then now he retired. He cited family differences, and I'm thinking, where family responsibilities, beg your pardon, and I'm thinking, where family responsibility is not there in the first instance. Anyway, he goes there, and guess what happens? He comes back another way. He comes back another way, and I'm like, okay. So that's what's happening. And then now Disu is now the IGP of police, and with that, it said that quite a few DIGs of police will retire because they're also most senior to him. So I don't know how that works, but yeah, we shall be seen. We shall be seeing how this unfolds, basically. Next up in the Punch newspaper, we have Osun community seeks Adeleke's intervention over access road blockage. You see, one thing that tires me out when it comes to road maintenance, road blockage, road whatever, is that why are we pleading with government officials to do what they're supposed to do? Let me explain. We pay our taxes, right? If you're working, you pay your taxes. If you're a business person, you pay taxes. And yet we have to beg for the government to use the taxes they're taking from us to repair the roads. I think that, of course, we know that these monies have been allocated, that 100%, but why do we need to beg? I'm sure that there's a maintenance department or maintenance community whereby once there's a hole in the road, you just go there and cover it rather than wait till it becomes an eyesore, and then we now have to beg and beg and beg and beg for it to happen. So now Osun State residents are seeking Adeleke's intervention over access road blockage. Is this the first time they're seeking it? No. Is it the first time that they will see it? No. He's probably passed there, well, not one time, not two times, not three times. It was an access road, and yet we are seeking for his intervention. Yeah. Color me, I don't even know. I don't want to say confused. Color me something. Yes. Moving on to the Guardian newspaper, we have El-Rufai did not suffer nosebleeding in custody, says ICPC, because El-Rufai says, oh, he suffered nosebleeding, oh, he's injured, oh, he's injured. I mean, there's so much drama going on between El-Rufai and the ICPC, and we're just here to unfold, have to watch it unfold while we're eating our popcorn, because waiting we go to with Nigeria matter. Waiting we go do in Nigeria matter. Okay, next up in the Guardian newspaper, Kano Assembly urges Governor Yusuf to intervene on US bill against Kwankwaso. I'm not gonna say anything in there. This day newspaper says APC, as in, do you know what is very, very interesting about this? We know that America has a heavy bias against Nigeria. Yesterday, we're reading a headline that said students with, I think, visa J or something like that, with student visas, that the ban doesn't, or this back and forth with visas doesn't affect them. I'm wondering why nobody's urging anybody to plead with the American government about the ban that has been placed on Nigerians. Nigerians can't go to America. So if you have businesses or you have family members in America, odds are you probably might not be able to go see them because there are no visas. That's if you do not have a visa, or that's if your visa has expired, which means God help us all. But then the Kano Assembly is urging Governor Yusuf to intervene on the US bill against Kwankwaso. You see how sometimes it seems like our priorities are mixed? Because what is this? There are a lot of students who want to go, young people want to go to America to go do their masters or do their undergrad degrees, and yet I'm not seeing anything happening with regards, or how can we douse the tension between Nigeria and the US because of this thing. How can we even douse the tension? You know, we've already been placed under country of particular concern, which means that if we want to apply to visas even to other countries, it's like America has said, you people are concerned, we should be cautious when it comes to you. So I'm also going to be cautious when it comes to you. It's a no-brainer, but I'm not seeing the government moving. I'm not seeing the Minister of Interior moving. I'm not seeing anybody moving to say, oh, how can we, you know, maybe do. Interestingly, I saw a video on social media of this young man who's lived in America for over 10 years. He says, him and his wife say that they are, he went to America legally. We don't really know the details of, you know, his paperwork or whether he's still legal. He could have gone there legally. Is he still legal and all of that? But he was in ISIS detention for 10 months. And he was deported back to Nigeria. And when I read his caption as to how they were treated on the plane, my brain was buzzing. And he was not the only one. Like, they were going to different countries to drop people over, and he said they flew over Nigeria like 5 times. Yet nothing, like they treated them in such inhumane. The treatment of them was inhumane. They handcuffed them. They handcuffed their hands and their legs so they will not run. When they asked why, they said, well, because the plane is still American soil, so they handcuffed them. Which means obviously in detention they treat them really, really terribly, and because you're not from Nigeria, double the trouble for you. So I'm not seeing any movement like with regards, okay, if you want to deport our Nigerian citizens, let us be the ones to bring them back to Nigeria or something, you know. I don't know. Anyway, God will help us. God will really, really help us, because if we really, really sit down to itemize, yeah, how Nigerians get treated abroad, how Nigerians get treated at the visa office. We know for sure that they are making money through the fact that Nigerians always want to, we are looking for greener pasture. So Nigerians will always go and apply to go to the big 3, America, Canada, and the UK, and they will get rejected, and then they will reapply again, and the money is not returned to you, you know. So it's when I saw that video, he's a vibrant young man who has a family. I think his wife just had twins. She had the twins when he was even in detention. I'm not saying, oh, pick out the person, because I'm just saying there has to be better intervention or better something. I don't even know the word for it when it comes to Nigerians who are abroad. But the Kano Assembly is saying that they should be begging for Kwankwaso. I don't get. Like, all of them are just there for their own, is it for their own sales? Let everybody be doing what they are doing. Anyway, moving on to this day newspaper. APC leaders, governors, others recommit to advancing Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Again, again, things are happening in Nigeria. Like, we just read that Osun State, Osun community are begging Adeleke for intervention over access. I don't even think any politician is really looking at how they can better the lives of Nigerians right now. What they're thinking right now is, how can I do a rerun so I can come back to this seat? Which is so sad, because what you should do is better the lives of Nigerians. Then we can say, okay, you know what, you've been doing good, let me vote for you again. But here is where we are. Anyway, Edo loses 5 gold medals as 5 athletes disqualified from Niger Delta Games. Oh, I see Rose. Hi, Rose. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you today?
Rose, you look like this week is just Wednesday, and this week is already stretching you. Sorry, eh? I know why, but so sorry.
How we go do? Oh, it will pass. It will pass.
Yeah. I was even going to call you yesterday to ask you how far, but then I forgot. Maybe I'll call you. Let me come and collect gist.
Oh, you just collect. Come and collect the work. Why not come and collect work? Why is it just you want to collect?
You know, I got you. Rose.
Come take the place. Peter, we got you.
I should take what?
Come take the place so that Peter, we got you. Okay. All right. Good morning, Daily News Review family. The week has been quite, a stretch, but that's why we do what we do. So yeah, a lot of headlines to go through. And Fubi, when I saw your face talking about that Konkoso, and I'm like, okay, they've touched for me this morning, because tell me why. We're saying that the Kano Assembly. Sorry to take you back. That one
go ahead.
Kano Assembly, or just governor, used to intervene on US bill against Konkoso. So I mean, if the same Konkoso no come inside America, and that one change the price of food for market. If they say make it come to America, and that one concern us. So why concentrate on that? So that's to show you that, and I think it's Emmanuel that has said it, a lot of our leaders have investments abroad in a lot of these places. Not why would you want to be there by all means and be pleading and be begging to remove all of this to get there. So, and another thing that comes to mind is that a lot of these things that we get to face, if it does not affect our leaders, then be rest assured, the situation will not change anytime soon. Yeah, because with all of this, so imagine that if 5, 6, 10 of them are trying to get into US, and US are saying no, you people cannot come in, something will definitely shift. But as it is, it's just going the way it's going. So I'm just hoping that we get to learn from this. Honestly, there's one headline I saw when I was in Kano. No, I think it's Katsina. Somebody came out to cry about his son? He lost his baby or so, or rather they lost their baby because of circumcision they did for the young child, and the circumcision, I think whether after the circumcision, whether the child was not given tetanus injection or whether it was tetanus injection.
Lord.
So the child died. And then they put it side by side, a picture of whether he's the governor of Katsina or so, celebrating with his child abroad or something like that. So they were just putting it side by side and saying, see, if I don't know whether he took it, I can't remember the story right now, but it was just a contrast to what is happening. So if it doesn't affect them, if they don't have a way out, let's say this Konkosona, all his money or all his investment is in US, everything is in US, and you're telling him not to enter. Imagine like 5, 10 of them, this happens to them, and you're saying all of you will not go into US. Wait and see how things will shake. Sharp, they go sit down for Senate, do it in the one to before you know it. All of these things, they will find a way around it. But I just hope we get to a better place, and our leaders, looking for second term, everybody up for second term, everybody. today I was on my way to the office. I'm seeing billboards, a lot of billboards. Renewed hope. Like, can we even face the issues that are on ground right now? But no, because attention is shifting already. If I started shifting since the ending of last year, attention is shifting already. Let's even get to June.
It's
Let's
going
even
to be worse.
June, July. Nothing again will matter for this country. Nothing will matter for this country. Plus, we're seeing INEC is already bringing out, a schedule for the, what do you call it, for the elections. So
Yeah.
it's closer, and a lot of the issues we face are just going to be buried and just going. And then, if on those lots of issues that Nigerians are facing, they will get to take up a lot of promises, and before you know it, they are telling you that don't worry now, it's not the price of rice, just vote me in. The one we did, we just tried to do things, to put things in place. But by the second time, you will see them working out.
4 years to put
Now,
things in place.
we're just trying to put things in place, just wait and see. Give us another 4 years. All of the things that we put in place will definitely come. And that's when you see, in fact, for me, the matter just long. But I mean, I just hope that Nigerians are getting wiser. That Nigerians are getting wiser, because there's a lot of them just have themselves at heart. They just have themselves and their families, in their mind, how to better themselves, how to make sure that their account does not run dry, how to make sure that children, that's like children times 3 or 4 generations to come would not, will not lack anything. Meanwhile, Nigeria presently is lacking a lot of things. So I mean, it's yesterday I was listening to a podcast, and the lady in the podcast was being interviewed, was saying that if you can go back to the farm now, go back to the farm, because now that you're buying rice, you're even seeing the rice to buy.
Oh yeah, I watched that podcast too.
Well, I get to a time where you might not see the rice to buy. Now, it was a religious podcast, but what she said, I didn't really take it, like in a religious manner. I took it like a Nigerian who is experiencing the things that happen, So I mean, a lot of people are saying, right, as it is presently, safe, it's not every household that can afford to eat rice every day or every week. So imagine if things do not get better. Imagine next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from what will be happening, knowing fully well that insecurity is there. Farmers cannot go to the farm. And if they go to the farm, they come back, you're either hearing that, oh, the farming season was not good this year, or we had a loss this year. You just be hearing a lot of bad news coming from the few farmers that even go to farm. And then the small grains that we have left, the prices will just skyrocket, and at the end of the day, the common man cannot even afford to do it. The farmers themselves will go to farm, the little goods they can get from the farm, the little grains they can get the farm. The next thing they're thinking about is how to even sell all of it, not keep to eat. They are thinking of how to sell it so that they can get this money to do a lot of other things with it.
But then the roads are not good enough for them to even transport.
Now you the farm, now you the hungry.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's reality of how we found ourselves, because they want to sell. And before you say 1 month, 2 months, now you go farm, probably like 20 bags of rice or 50 bags of rice, and we need the next 3 months, 4 months. You can't even sit down and tell yourself that, okay, this is, I've kept 1 bag or 2 bags for myself to eat and my family. But no, sell of everything, because you need to pay school fees, you need to buy other kinds of food to eat, you need to buy your children clothing, you need to transport yourself from one place to the other. You need to.
When not they do trade by barter anymore, where you say, make I give you and make my can go to school.
That one, they happen again. Everybody wants the money for his and self. So imagine rice in the next few years. I mean, it's just a lot. Beans now, uncle.
Yeah, people even stopped eating meat because meat started getting expensive, and egg. But people can't even eat eggs anymore because a crate of eggs is 6,000 naira. 1
egg like this, you're hearing 200, 250.
Yeah. So and you have 3 children.
You have 3 children, exactly. So when you look at the eggs, and will I go and spend 600 naira to buy eggs? I should just add small on top of the 600 and buy one cup of rice. And I will have the rika of rice or something. It's
Now we
just
get now we get money, they chop egg, now we get money, they chop meat. And unfortunately, our children become malnourished. You know,
exactly.
there was one time, no. Is this a popular basketballer in Greece? I think they moved like ages ago. And I remember that the oldest brother didn't go with them to Greece. And what's his name? I can't remember his first name. The surname is something like that. And I remember there was a conversation about him, about how I think they had finally reunited even with the oldest brother, and all of them were huge. The three of them, the three brothers, were huge, like giants. This guy short. And they were like, wait, that's a bit weird. Like, why would he be short? And people started talking about the fact that this person probably did not have access to 3 square meals. The milk he's drinking, they say milk drink, that kind of thing. And so it's opened up a conversation about nutrition in Nigeria and how we don't even get the 6 classes of food. Sometimes we now only one class with the chop carbohydrates. So your mother, when she's finally getting you that rice, you know that you're going to once a day, they will chop up the rice to the end, give you small stew, no meat, no egg. That's only carbohydrate you're eating. So you're not able to grow as a child the way you say a salad. Where you want to see salad? Like,
you said
even the ugu, you say you want to make vegetable soup. Ugu is crazy expensive now. So they'll rather give you a balanced tie and give you small okra soup or vegetable soup. Meanwhile, another okra soup that pikin need, or that's vegetables that child needs. So this, all what you're saying is also leading to the fact that that's why you're saying that children are not growing the way they're supposed to grow. You say, oh, but your parents are tall now. The child not tall because the child not the chop correct food again. And this is which minister is in charge of this welfare or whatever that is supposed to be involved in, so that we know that our children, it's just it's a vicious cycle, like a monster that keeps on eating our children, and nobody is thinking about it. Nobody cares about it. The children don't eat good food. They don't go to good schools either. It is well.
it is well. It is well. There's just a lot going on when it comes to yesterday. I branched somewhere, so because I want to up my protein intake, so I started consciously buying wara. Wara is very high in protein.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it is. So I mean, there's one northern woman that that actually makes it and is good. So she makes it in the northern way. Here, what the wara you get to see is probably the one that has not yet been cooked or fried. So you just eat its raw form. That's what a lot of Yoruba people call wara, and then we in the north will call it awara. So I just branched by to get the awara, and then I saw a little girl in the compound, and for me, that girl got to me. You could see it clearly that this girl lacks all the nutrients that she should have. You could see her getting lean, and she's growing. Children, even the ones who get body self, once they are growing, they tend to get slimmer. Yeah, they're growing. But if they have all, everything they need, at least to some extent, they'll grow healthy. Even if they get slim, but they'll grow healthy. Now, for this one, she was getting when I saw it, I said, this one now food, see. As in when you see her, you just know that this one now food, see. And I looked at her mom, I looked at her dad, and even the mom and the dad themselves were not even looking all right. They were not looking all right at all for me. And it just got me thinking a lot. Like, we need to do something about what is going on. Anyway, let's head on to other headlines.
We're going to go to the Daily Trust now. This thing just made me sad. But Daily Trust, Gumi defends Sharia, faults U.S. lawmakers report. Next up, we have federal government files fresh charges against Ozekome over London property.
All right, heading on to the Vanguard, Tinubu's government will be liable if anything happens to El-Rufai, says Atiku. And yesterday, my husband and I were having an argument about this one. So he was going through, streets of social media, and then he came across this headline from Vanguard, and he says, Tinubu's government were offending. But so I'm not asking Atiku and the El-Rufai, they say, don't even go there. I was like, oh, okay. But he was not like, with all of these things that is happening, is that what they should even be concentrating on? They will not they will not put their mind where we just laughed over, the whole thing. Well, we just hope that we get to a better place, honestly. Now, another one that shocked me, I know it's Ramadan, no, but anyway, Vanguard, Ramadan, Lawal donates cars to 40 imams in Zamfara.
What did they
do? Ramadan, and I
why
understand.
Why did they? I didn't know people he could have given food to.
Let me even shock yourself for me. Is it not the same Zamfara states that we're talking about? Is it not the same Zamfara state that they are busy catching people? Abi kidnapping people?
Yeah.
Abi? Now, is it not, didn't we take this headline some days ago? I don't know if we took some days ago, that bandits kill about 50 people.
Yeah, I think and 2 pregnant women or something were abducted or something like that. Yes, we did.
You get? So now, and you are donating 50 cars. I mean 40 cars. Donate close to 40 imams. That means 40 cars now. You're giving.
So I know how much one car is. Interestingly, I saw headlines that were talking about, I think either the US, quite a few organizations in the Western world have spoken against this attack in Zamfara.
So, I mean, and then the next thing the governor is thinking about is, I'm not saying that don't give gift to in Ramadan. It's the holy month of Ramadan, and you should, as much as you can, share with people, people who are less privileged. Sadaqah is really, encouraged during Ramadan. But these people that you're giving this, will you call this now Sadaqah? Would you call this, I don't know, but if you're Muslim and you're listening, please let us know your thoughts on this. Because, sorry to maybe prolong this a bit.
Oh, no, please go ahead.
Now, this is actually coming from the Vanguard newspaper, and Ramadan Lawal donates cars to 40 imams in Zamfara, and the headline says that Governor Dauda Lawal has donated cars to 40 Jumaat mosque imams in Zamfara as part of the state government support for them to diligently discharge their religious duties.
They need cars to discharge their duty.
Lawal, while presenting the cars on Friday, said the gesture was meant to improve their mobility and enhance their preaching and outreaches to community. The governor explained that Zamfara was a state founded on strong Islamic principles, with numerous imams serving communities across the 14 local government areas. He said supporting the welfare of religious leaders remains a priority of his administration. We are constructing mosques and houses for imams, and we also feel it is important for them to move freely. This is why we have selected 40 imams in the first phase to receive vehicles.
So another phase day.
So another phase day, and another set of people day. In the same state where people are being killed and kidnapped, women and children.
No, our government officials are best in being tone deaf and very insensitive, because this is ridiculous.
What we are using for this now, would it not go a long way to probably give some kind of comfort to the people who their families have been kidnapped, or to the people who they've lost their loved ones and maybe the heads of their families, and to people who have lost people that now they don't even know where to turn to? Or maybe create a safe place, maybe in the city center, where you can tell some villagers to say, okay, people should leave this place or come to this place and stay while we try to deal with the insecurity in this spot. I mean, for me, I'm not saying that what he's doing is wrong, but I'm just saying
wrong. No, I'm saying that is wrong.
Why
I'm saying it's wrong? Because
I'm just saying
that collected
it's priority right here. That's just what is
wrong. Because what are you doing? Are you trying to buy them because election is coming? What are you doing exactly? Because it's very, very wrong in the face of the victims. We talked about the same thing with Benue State yesterday, saying that the governor said, oh, Benue State is appealing on the federal government for intervention, pay for approval rather that, oh, we want to rehabilitate repentant bandits. this morning, no, last night, I was seeing that they now started saying, oh, there are also pregnant women among the unpregnant bandits. I said, people are not going to, like, you must actually think that I'm stupid. No, and I think that our government officials look at us and say, yeah, these people, they are foolish, they don't know. And I don't blame them, because even us, we don't seem united on plenty things. We're always like, when we're supposed to talk about one thing in unity, everybody is still selfish. That's why. So they take us for fools, and because they take us for fools, they are able to do whatever it is they want to do. Because why would you say that there are pregnant women in the unpregnant bandits? So the pregnant women, a heavily pregnant woman, like, as person never carried belly before, that's what the person is doing to carry gun, right, is what you're saying. Now, in this case, you are now taking advantage of Ramadan. What state was it that we said that was it a northern state or a southeastern state? I don't remember, that the governor gave them cars. We read it, I think, toward the end of last year as well. So you're taking advantage of Ramadan. Don't use such a holy season to carry out your selfish or an insensitive wiles or whatever it is that you're doing. No, like, is it not this time of Ramadan that you actually go to people that are less privileged, people that don't have, that you give to them? These imams, why are you giving them the cars? Why are the imams, you say, to help them preach well? I don't get. All hands should be on deck in Zamfara State, saying that, oh, we need to make sure that these bandits are chased away. And that's why when Adeyemi comes and says, oh, these bandits are being sponsored by government officials, people will be fighting. But it's like, because if something is tricking you, shouldn't you do all hands on deck to chase it in? But it seems like, oh no, let's live in peace and love and harmony with them.
The same states where village was raided from 5 p.m. till 3:30 a.m. From 5 p.m. till 3:30 a.m. and nothing, no security agent, nothing came to help the people rescue. And you're sharing this. I'm just,
Oh, did you say 5 p.m.? That's similar to the one that happened in Kwara.
5 p.m. on Thursday.
Oh my gosh, it's the same.
On the from the reports, on what happened to Zamfara State on Friday. I think that was last week Friday. When 50, that this is now from the Punch. 50 people were killed, or rather, were thrown into Mona's bandit only killed no fewer than 50 residents.
Yeah, and there will be more, because you can't account for some people. You think they've taken them, but they're dead.
They've even done a mass burial for all of them.
Yeah.
So, according to the reports, the bandits were there from 5 p.m. on Thursday evening till about 3:30 a.m. on Friday.
That's the same MO in Kwara State. That's literally what happened in Kwara State as well. God, I beg.
But actually I beg, because I'm not, if everything was good and fine, if everything was okay with your state, and you decide to buy all the imams and every other person a car in the whole state of Zamfara, consign me. But 50 people just died last week Friday.
Yeah.
Last week Friday.
Misplaced priorities, like you said.
Okay. Anyway, it's 4 minutes after 8 right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and this is the Daily News Review right here on Women Radio. My name is Rose. Olufemi Jai is here. Unfortunately, our analyst couldn't make it this morning. Who is Buki Femi Ajala? Buki is all about good governance. She's all about good policy. So whenever there is, a chance for her to, lecture people or even take people into some sort of, classes on good governance policy, okay, is always there. So she's one that's been taking some sort of seminars on leadership. So she's always the go-to person. So right now she's involved in that, and that's why she's not with us this morning. So we wish her all the best, and we're rooting for her.
Yes.
We could have leaders that really have the hearts of people in mind. All right, anyway, that's on the Vanguard. Ramadan, Lawal donates cars to 40 imams in Farah. Do want to be a part of the program by dialing 07000 917 917 or or 9155917917. Please feel free to send us WhatsApp messages to 070-317-56537 or 08155917917. Yep, those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning. I'm also live on YouTube. Do well to join the conversation and watch us live on YouTube at WFM917.
Yeah, moving on to the premium times. Peter Obi Oyegun escape attack as gunmen invade ADC rally in Edo. I saw this yesterday, actually, and I remember different headlines saying, "Oh, there was an assassination attempt on Peter Obi," and I was like, and how, like, you know, when I think about all that's been going on as we approach 2027, I'm not going to lie, it concerns me a lot. I'm heavily worried. Concern sounds very, very nice. I'm heavily, heavily worried about it because we're seeing all these moving pieces. Like the first headline we did this morning was Betukun has been removed. Well, he resigned. You know, Rose, you know, I always joke and say if you go into Aso Rock one way, you come out another way, right? He goes in to see the president, comes out and
he's resigning,
you know, and then next up somebody else is there, and I'm just like, so there's so much things that make me really, really worried as to what might happen in 2027. Like this ADC, these gunmen, this is not the first instance. We saw one in, was it Osun State or your state? I'm not sure which, on those states, where some people got killed at the APC rally. Like, has it now resulted to violence? Why should violence even be the order of the day? In the last election, we saw violence happen, right? That was during election. We spoke against it. We were very, very against it, but we never even reached election. And this is not saying that there should be election during election. That's not what I'm saying. Is that even up the days leading to it, we're seeing such violence that worries me. We're seeing so many moving pieces that also worry me. And to be honest, I don't know. I know that Emmanuel will say, "Oh, go out and vote," but to be fair, like, who exactly do I want to vote for right about now with all these things that are going on? Because every candidate that has come on, I'm giving all of them major side eye. None of them has impressed me. None like this has impressed me. So it just worries me what is going on. But like when I saw the headline, I said assassination attempt. I said that's heavy, because
and you know, I was talking to Susan on her lens, I think on Monday. So I was asking her, "Oh, how far the AMAC elections in Abuja were you able to go out to vote?" Susan said, "Rose, me with the wheelchair, I'm not gonna help myself." She said, "I'm not gonna help myself," and you know, it actually got me thinking. Like, okay, this is the elections we're looking at now. You know, it's just over our heads, you know, and it's going to be here very soon, maybe sooner than we even know, because time flies. And then all of these things that we're doing and we're saying happening, what's the thoughts for the common man? What's the thought for PWDs? Are we putting anything in place? Are these not things we're supposed to be, you know, talking about, concentrating on, than to be seeing a lot of action film going on? You enter one way, you're coming out one way. It's that you enter, you're quarreling, and you're coming back becoming friends, or you enter as, you know, you being in one leadership position, you're coming out and you're saying that, nope, I'm sorry, I'm no longer here. I have to go because of health reasons. I have to go because of family reasons. Meanwhile, Nigerians are looking at you like, keep saying it. So we know, we know. Because tell me why it's just very close to elections and all of these things are happening. And you're coming out and you're saying that, oh yes, you have resigned, and you know the next person is taking over from you. So could it be okay?
Yeah. Still on the premium tag, we have IG. You see. IGP Egbetokun forced to resign to be replaced by AIGDC. Those that know. You know that thing. If you know, you know. This is if you know, you know, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I've noticed, I've been seeing it. The moment you enter, if you enter one way, you come out another way, either positively or negatively. I remember the NSA, the current NSA, is it what's his position? I can't remember. Musa. As soon as CDS, what is it? I can't remember. Yeah, he entered and came back the one in charge. No, it's either you go or you come out one way, you go or you come out the other way. Wike and Fubara, who could not stand each other, were after each other's lives, going to see the president and come out, they are shaking hand. Like, see, I want to know what goes down there. I want to know. Rose, maybe we could go. Boya will come out as Minister of Communication.
Oh,
oh, maybe.
We invited.
Rose, where we go now? We'll go Aso Rock. Afa now.
Let us be invited first. Let's not rush, because we now, if we go without invitation, we might just come out behind bars.
Hey, God forbid, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Let us know what we're doing. All right. Let's go to, I think, The Nation. Yeah, The Nation. Egbetokun resigned, not sacked. Presidency clarifies. So do let's say every paper gets your headline.
Everybody get their own headline, but those that know. So, this is the official statement. I think I watched so many conspiracy movies, all those movies. I was watching one yesterday. I was watching the end of it with my husband, and I was like, yeah, these are people used to do this thing. But the statement I'm going to give is this, and this is this. So yeah. Yeah.
All right. Oh, had a call, but it has okay. Let's speak this. Oh, the call is back. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning,
Good morning, Evangelist. Good
morning, Madam Rose. Good morning, Madam Brute. And then we are God to bless and peace. We are praying for you through Nigeria. I've been enjoying how you analyze, even when there's no analysis. Umi and Buki, Rose and Buki, you are really trying. I've been listening to you.
Absolutely.
Well done. Sometimes when you think of what you're like, what's done, Father, you go to health facility here. There's nothing to, and some people are dying of hunger. You are donating. They are not to help religious leaders. So there's more pressing things you should do. Think that the good health facilities, good. So go to their schools and see how it is. But they are telling their own children, wish America will deny all these people. When we don't have any other, that they will be serious. I'm telling you, I love America, what America did. So all of us Nigerians that have access to this, you deny us so can sit down. And these people that made America worth it. So let's sit down and change our nation. And we be praying. Are we supposed? Is it only when we are fasting that we should help one another? We should show love. Is it what Quran says? Is it what Bible says? Are we not supposed to show love, help one another at any time? Think I have opportunity to do so. It's not like when some people are fasting now, they are there from all evil. The day they open their mouth, either they go, but is that what Bible says? Is that what Quran? No. We should always learn to do the right, help one another. We are our brothers and sisters. Love ourselves, love our country. Be able to move this nation forward. If we all can do the right thing anywhere we can, the fear of God, Nigeria will not be what it is. We are doing the wrong thing, we are praying. That's why God will not hear our prayer. God has told us that God has sent back our prayer today. Say, before you pray to me, go and do good to your brother, to your sister, to your neighbor. Then, before you pray, I know why you are calling answer will come. Bible is complete. It's like to both Muslim and Christians. Because Quran chapter 10 and 4 say refer to the Bible. If anything you don't understand the Quran, go to the Bible. So we say God don't help the word of the Bible and unbelievers. God help us. We should do that. Nigeria was not like this. If you do that, that means Nigeria will settle. It's all depend on us. Let us all be there. Nigeria is a great again. Thank you. God bless. God bless Nigeria. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's pick another call. Hello, good morning.
They don't pick finally. Good morning.
Thank you for your call today.
No, vex,
Wait,
so
see, for me, no cover my mouth. You don't come, you don't come. This is the 16th time I'm calling the third line. Oh my goodness.
So sorry.
Good morning.
Probably it's the network, I don't know, but the calls you guys are not picking it. How are they? Now, well done.
We're fine.
Before I head off to Ikorodu Edide, a 3-day awareness campaign against DSVA, let me drop my 2 cents this morning. I don't know if you were told that in Ikorodu, the Gnosis Network is organizing a 3-day campaign against DSVA. Yes, so today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow. Today, in Ikorodu Garage,
That's good.
we will be there with all radio stations, most radio stations. You know, now, Auguste, now, this, now, Barrister Lumide is heading this one with a couple of the Obas and, you know, every other person. Tomorrow, a Greek bus stop. Then next tomorrow, somewhere in Odogunyo. So, mass support, it's a mass rally. Enough of these deaths, left and right, owing to domestic violence and abuse.
Yeah.
I pray it's a success in Jesus' name. Amen. I'll feed you back when we are done here. So, Fumi and Rosu, when last did a parent ask a child, have you belefu? The only thing here is, have you eaten? No, now let's start from there, because we're talking about egg, vegetables, meat, this, that, malnourishment. Where you won't go buy wara, so the person where they won't sell wara for you, the pikin to know they properly nourished. It isn't that beans. When you don't calculate that, see, it is only in Nigeria here you see the person selling meat, eating bones.
Yeah.
Because you don't factor and say in profit. You not going to see anything if you chop inside the meat. So you go tell you that for the body of the bone, now in the main protein and nutritious value there. And not lie. So you ask the question, have you eaten? To a child, you don't ask, are you filled up? How many children eat one these days? Now we are in the midterm season. My children they sleep. I know so they go sleep till they pray me I don't go even disturb them. So I go make it for pictures, I don't go shout. So they go sleep that kind 10 or 11. Morning afternoon time. You understand? They play. So afternoon food, but the entire evening time. So nothing like say you won't munch anything extra. So the thing you're asking is, have you eaten? Not, are you filled up? Before, you know, when we finish eating, you see this in between snack. You are munching this, the kids is munching that. You know, again for me, Rose, how you how you ask yourself. So they now take it back to the rural area where the children probably eat once and they just go and cut anything they see. They are not, how you infusing? Like infusing protein, infusing vitamins. Vitamins don't come up for food cycle. Yes.
Yeah.
Presently, the thing where you call this, you don't discover, so even GMO, don't enter. So those things you call healthy are no longer healthy. So more or less, we are eating what will become toxicity to our body at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Before our food they smell well, but now if you say that our food they smell, it smells past our pit where you go put the food safe. Look, we come up for there. I can't go Zamfara. Make I no store in the morning. Because this voice, I won't use them this morning for where they go. And at 3 days, I won't use my voice. Don't be small shout to one shout for a Kurodu. Zamfara carry taxpayers' money. And he decided to say he's doing sadaka. You see, Rose, one thing I love you for is, whenever you're talking, you bring your Muslim knowledge, your Hausa knowledge to the fore. The northern knowledge to the fore. I have heard people do sadaka. I've read about it. And I see people doing it in my area. And I have not heard them say they do it with stars. Especially when it is even being alleged that it is probably taxpayers' money. For a state that has been, the netizens have been bedeviled with insecurity for the past how many years? Poorly nourished children, malnourishment left and right, and out of school students, highly highly in your state, and then you decide to churn out or dish out cards as if you were serving fruit salad on a plate a la carte.
And it's the first face of
For me, we interpret for you.
God did not accept it.
I am telling you, I am saying it from the inside of me, for the blood of people that has been shed every time unwantedly, that you're supposed to use money to fix one way or the other, and you channel resources to something else that is less useful. I'm telling you. I hear people sponsoring people to Mecca, and they say it is Sadaka. I have also heard or read in the Quran, because I don't just come and talk. I have read a portion in the Quran where it says that if people don't go to Mecca on their own volition, with their own money, I challenge any Muslim to contest what I have said. And you see people sponsoring Jerusalem pilgrimage to Israel. You see people sponsoring Islamic privilege to Mecca. Except you do the right thing and fix people's problem, and you nip it in the bud before it takes people's life on rotten souls every day. If hunger no kill us, that no kill us, poor food go kill us, or even the toxicity way they around go kill us. What happen? Is it a crime? Is it a cause to be a Nigerian? I beg, I won't go use my voice on a good morning. We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you, Mrs. Abuli.
For calling. It's quite sad, honestly, when you hear all of these things happening. Yeah, Zamfara with out of school children, it be like say they be 5 or 6. Zamfara and malnourished, children, it be like say they be 5 or 6. So with all of these things that is happening, see where you can't carry money, they go. I mean, when past Evangelist Dixon said that Nigeria, we're a praying country, we they pray. But it's like the vigor at which we pray, we still use that same vigor to do bad things.
Yeah, it's the same energy. Yeah,
energy we use.
Yeah. You can't do early morning prayer. You join all the prayer platforms in the morning,
and then you go to work or you go to wherever that God is taking you to, and then you go and cheat people there. So how is your prayer supposed to work? Please tell me, what kind of magic do we want to perform? Oh God. Anyway, let's take up messages. Our time is fast spent. Let's see. This is coming from Miriof, from Ikotun Egbe, and it says, "Cool morning to everyone in the studio. The attack on Mr. Peter Obi is not a surprise to me because we all know what APC, especially their leader, stands for, right from the presidency to the list person. That is why the Canadian courts called APC a terrorist organization. APC is good in attacking opposition parties like Bulldog, but very poor in governance. Most killings today are coming from APC-controlled states after we are told that they were defecting to APC so that they can secure the state. Is your state secured now? Your guess is as good as mine. It's quite unfortunate that the man that called himself a Democrat, but under him now, democracy is seriously under threat. Oh God, arise and trouble those who trouble Nigerians, Mayor from Ikotun Egbe. With all of these things, at the end of the day, whether our leaders are good or bad, now we still they put them there. Although we know, say, yeah, there is vote buying, yeah, there is a rishi that used to happen during elections, and all of it. But now if you don't give them the route to take, if you don't show them the road to take to do all of these things, if all of us today stand and say, my children will not be used as political talks, my children will not be bought, or my conscience will not be bought during election, let us just try it one day and see now. And just see the difference. Now that time we're going to say, now we hold power. Now we get the power.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning to you in the studio. Kudos to Mr. President for appointing Tunde Disu as acting IG. It's a welcome development because we all know what he did in Lagos as commander of RRS. And for people who are complaining of the just concluded by-election in Abuja, Kano, and Rivers State, will continue to lament and complain whenever their candidates lose election. They forget that in an election, one person must win and others will lose. Kudos to INEC for conducting free and fair elections. From additional Wasiku. He also says that Mr. Peter Obi, he should be very careful and not listening to some disgruntled people who try to pretend like they like him. God forbid bad thing. If anything happened to Obi, they won't do anything. If Mr. Peter Obi is going to any state, you should call the governor of the state and tell him I'm coming to your state, because Mr. Peter Obi is a former governor. He knows the protocol. He should not allow anyone to mislead him. What is the evidence that they wanted to assassinate him? Additional was you from Ikorodu. All of them know what they do. Even with the Peter Obi, all of them, they know. Beautiful morning, Women Radio. It's no doubt that most Nigerian children are suffering from malnutrition. The funny thing is that even dogs eat better food than most of us humans. Don't be surprised we're in a society where people care less or not at all, everyone for himself. Quite unfortunate. And he goes on to say, concerning malnutrition, even the government itself don't care. It is not in this country. Is it not in this country that government officials hid palliative meant for the people for over 2 months during COVID-19? How many government officials stole from the school feeding program meant for children? I beg you, coming from Hayford Osage. Thank you very much for sending in your message. Those are the messages we have this morning. Wait, we didn't get a couple of messages from our major people this morning. So please, if you're used to sending us WhatsApp messages, please come back, resume. We miss your messages. Do want to do so. All right, for me, our time is fast spent. This will wrap it up today on the program, Daily News Review. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be back here, God's willing, to bring you headlines from different dailies and to talk about Nigerian issues with our analysts for tomorrow. But so far, so good. Thank you to Evangelist Dixon and to Mrs. Opoli for your call. One of you who tuned in to listen this morning. Yeah, for me.
Yeah, all the best, Mrs. Oboli, at the rally today. I mean, that's one. If there's one thing Mrs. Oboli about, it is that she speaks up, for the underserved, people with disabilities, everyone who needs to be spoken for. So we're sending you plenty strength, Mrs. Oboli, and we'd like to hear a lot about it tomorrow if you can. Okay, that being said, we've come to the end of the Daily News Review show. Many thanks to Rachel, to Benjamin, to Hillary this morning for producing us. Do have a lovely day. 9:05 is her lens, so you want to stick around with that. Stick around for that with Rose. There's plenty of things. Nigeria matter not the finish. Woman matter not the finish. So yeah, we got you on Women Radio. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.